administration be appealing the injunction, the ruling?
I just said the DOJ is reviewing this injunction, and they're going to evaluate their options. So it's for their decision to make.
And then, can you just respond to the judge's accusation that each topic suppressed by the administration was a conservative view? He had a pretty strong statement. The U.S. government seems to have assumed a role similar to an Orwellian Ministry of Truth. Can you respond to that?
I'm just not going to respond to the Attorney General or the judge. I'll let the Department of Justice do that.
And then I know you can't talk about 2024.
This is like the sixth question.
I know, I'm sorry. I'll let you go after this. I know you can't talk about 2024, but how will this ruling impact the administration's efforts to get its messaging out ahead of the election?
I'm just not going to speak about 2024. We respect the rule of law, and I'll leave it there. Okay, guys, I'll see you later this week or tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah, about the injunction, do you plan to change your approach to social media policy in the wake of the Louisiana judge's ruling? A lot of that had to do with like the pandemic, which is now over. Are you still taking the same approach to social media now as you were then, and will you change now?
Look, we're going to continue to promote responsible actions. I said this moments ago. That is something that we're going to continue. We do disagree. I said this earlier, moments ago. We do disagree with this decision, but the DOJ is going to take a look at this, and they'll come up and with their own options and evaluate this.
And specifically, do you disagree with the judge's ruling that this coordination was a form of censorship that specifically targeted conservative speech?
Look, we disagree with the decision. I'll leave it there, and I'm going to let DOJ move forward with their evaluating process.
Thanks, Karine. I wanted to ask about this decision we saw yesterday in Louisiana on the White House contact with social media companies. Does the White House have a response to the judge basically saying that this is the most massive attack on free speech in the U.S. history?
If you're asking me if we agree or disagree, we certainly disagree with this decision. And as I said, the DOJ is reviewing this, so I'm not going to get ahead of what their evaluation, what options they're going to potentially take on moving forward.
A couple questions on the ruling, the social media ruling from yesterday. One, I wonder why, while the DOJ is reviewing its options, is there any immediate day-to-day impact on the administration's activities here, the White House's activities?
So we've been very kind of consistent. We are going to continue to promote responsible actions. Our view remains that social media platforms have a critical responsibility to take action or to take account of the effects of their platforms are having to the American people, but make independent choices about the information they present. They are a private, as you know, entity, and it is their responsibility. Regulation from here.
As it relates to this district judge ruling about social media and the injunction thereof, can you speak to the frequency of contacts that White House officials or administration officials more broadly have with social media companies and the types of content that they would be flagging, and how much is this a blow to the White House's goal of preventing the dissemination of misinformation, disinformation?
So look, I can't speak to the amounts that contact is. I mean, that is just not a possible thing to do from here. What I can say is that DOJ, again, is reviewing the injunction, and they're going to look into, evaluate our options. So just not going to get